Majestic Repertory Theatre is known for its fully immersive productions, and right now they have 2 going on. So you know what that means. It's time for Backstage in Vegas. All right, Katie, you have been at Majestic since the beginning. I want to say day 1. Tell us a little bit about this theater house here.
I think it was close to day 1. Troy walked me through the space when it was an art gallery that didn't look anything like it does now, and was like, what do you think? And I was like, whoa, I don't know how you're gonna do this, but he made it work, and about almost 10 years later, it has transformed into kind of the place to be downtown. We're very known for our immersive setting, which doesn't always mean we're gonna bring you up on stage or anything like that, but it does mean that you are going to be in the mix with us while we're performing, while we're acting, while we're singing. We sometimes might put something on your lap. We might be on your lap, you never know, depending on the show.
You guys are in the middle of Craft. It's a parody production. Tell us a little bit about what is this production all about?
It does stay pretty true to the film, so if you do know it, you're gonna love it. But if you don't know the film, it is about Sarah, my character, coming into a new town, Los Angeles, and she meets a coven of witches who ask her to join, and it's kind of up to you whether that was a good idea or not.
Ray, in your opinion, how is this production? I mean, we know, for those of us who know the film, like I said, it gets a little wild.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see some of that in this production? And what is your take on it as the character as well?
Absolutely. No, it's so much fun. It's a blast. You get the whole story plus some. So like the movie, you know, follows the story of Sarah Bailey, and you know, she meets the coven and whatnot. Our version starts off as an episode of Jerry Springer, which is very much so not in the movie, but it sets it up really, really nicely, and then that kind of follows throughout the whole thing. There's, you know, we got magic on stage, there's some fireballs, there's some levitation, you know, the light as a feather, stiff as a board thing. And yeah, we even got the god that they pray to, Minot. He may or may not make a physical appearance, which in the movie he does not.
Well, I think it's time we kind of dive in, get a little deeper. I want to know what it's like to be a character in this production. Can you guys take me on this journey?
100%.
We might have a few tricks up our sleeve. All right, let's do it.
Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Here we go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Yeah! Yes! Did you hear that? Okay, so we were just in LA. We were just getting our witchery on. And now all of a sudden we're in a New York subway. Come on. Hello?
Who's that?
Hello?
You alone?
Yes?
Is it a cop?
No.
You a cop?
No. Amanda? Okay, so Amanda, I just had to go through an entire New York subway to get to you.
Yes.
Where am I? What is happening here for Empanada Loca?
You are in the lowest part of the subway and pretty much as far down as you can go. And yes, this is where Dolores lives. So this is where our show Empanada Loca takes place. And I play Dolores, and it's based on Sweeney Todd. I'm basically Sweeney Todd, and I'm telling you the story of how I ended up living in this tunnel.
Yes. What has this been like? Because you're essentially doing a one-woman show.
Yes.
So you are the show.
Yes.
What is something like that like from your perspective as an actor?
I mean, very intimidating at first. It's 80 minutes. It's an 80-minute monologue, basically. And, you know, it's a challenge to keep people wanting more and wanting to listen and, you know, take them on this journey with you. It's been a challenge, but it's really, really exciting to get to do it every night and the audiences and creep them out. And it's like, it's very cool.
Now, how does empanadas really play a factor or work into this whole production overall?
So I'm not gonna spoil anything or
Okay,
give
no,
anything
no
away.
spoilers
Yeah,
here.
but Empanada Loca is the name of the shop that she used to frequent before she went to prison. She does end up in jail, and she's telling you how she, why and what happened after she got out. And it is one of the few places that when she's released from prison after 13 years that has stayed the same, that hasn't been gentrified, that she recognizes, and so she's very excited to go into Empanada Loca and see one of her old acquaintances, Luis. And so that is the big significant, like, that's why it's called Empanada Loca, because of the location. And some other things happen with empanadas, but I won't give that away.
To catch both productions of The Craft and Empanada Loca, just visit majesticrepertory.com.